Is there anyone else that you would like to collaborate with? I mean, you've done a lot of collaborations, but is there somebody that just speaks to you that you would like to work with?
You know, every year I kind of like, my bucket list gets emptied and I'm like, what do I do now? Maybe make songs by yourself. Collaborations, like, probably to a fault. I'm always the guy that likes to go left when people go right. So collaborations are kind of a tricky thing because I don't want for collaborations to ever seem predictable. But there's many people that, there's many people whose work I admire, both domestically and internationally. Like, in the UK, big up my friend Chip, big up Stormzy. Obviously Skepta's one of the ones that people are knowing a lot about now. Wiley, we've actually been talking, and Wiley is kind of like the Kardinal of the UK. Like, in seeing his story, and how he literally is like the father of grime music, and how he did a lot of firsts and paved a lot of the way. We have a lot of similarities, and if you know anything about Wiley's story, Wiley is the perfect name for him. So he's just a little bit elusive sometimes. So we're supposed to get together. We spoke just the other day and do something. So hopefully that pans out sometime in the next 3 years. But besides Wiley and a couple of those names that I mentioned in the UK, in America, I love Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak is ridiculous. His album is just phenomenal to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of those people that's crazy. Kendrick, there's like 1.5 degrees of separation with him. Met him a bunch of times. Super cool. When he comes here, he always shouts me on the TV and stuff. Kendrick is somebody who's dope. I think it would be very intense, though, seeing what his process is and the type of music that he's been putting out. He is somebody that seems like it would take a month to do a song, just because it seems like he's so methodical in how he creates. But Kendrick is somebody who's really amazing. There's actually, to be honest, there's quite a few people whose music is happening right now that I actually admire. Collabs, though, is a whole other thing. There's people that you can love from a distance, but you may not necessarily want to be in a closed environment with them. But the other day I did a song, we remixed You Already Know, Keys and Crates. They are, maybe by the time that this interview comes out, it might have played on OVO, but they're going to do a set on OVO radio. And we did a special version of their song the other day where I just murdered 16 bars or something. So we were talking about doing a collaborative mixtape with Kardi and Keys and Crates. The only thing is you can't really put all of our initials together because it's a whole other thing.
Too many K's and
too many
oh,
Ks,
okay, we'll talk. I see where you're going there.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool people that I get to interact with all the time, and yeah, collaborations they'll just come. There's nothing that as I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you and I'm like, oh, this is one that I think is gonna. Usually when they happen, they just happen.
Yeah, it seems very organic for you when the time's right. You
know why? Because songwriting is a very personal thing. It's a personal space for me. Some people can look at it as just a business thing, and I guess once in a while like that happens from time to time. But for me, if I have the ability to actually choose who I work with and stuff, at the end of the day, it's a merging of vibes and spirits and energies and all the rest of that stuff. So I don't really like being mixed up with energies that I don't jive with. You know what I'm saying? Like energies that if I don't really like you as a person or what you stand for, I don't really care how popular you are. Chances are I'm not interested in collaborating. So
it's going to be hard to create something compelling and put some good work together with somebody you're not.
You know what? The funny thing is, it may not even be hard to do that. It's music is just more than a song to me, though. So it depends on how a song resonates with the fans, or the content, the difficulty. It might be easy to do a song and do a great song with somebody, but I think at the end of the day, there's just more to it. And there's just sometimes that you meet artists and you're like, I want nothing to do with that person ever except to wave and pretend to be cordial when you see them at award shows. Not the JUNOs, of course.